opening hand, 6 cards here, very interesting. We have quite a few options available because we also have the Vijam as well. So your choice is, you could either just sit on this or you could continue. Well, let's go for the obvious and go for the upstart. And we get Garagail. Not too bad at all, because Garagail, actually you can just send 1 cubic monster to summon this card, which I don't think that's bad at all. But you know what I want to do right now? What I want to do is actually just activate the reasoning. Your opponent, again, is most likely guessing a level 4, so they're going to be correct. The whole point of reasoning is not to summon something like Monster Gates. The whole point of reasoning is to ditch all your spell cards to the graveyard, or even your unification, which is your trap card, and see what happens. So you're going to keep going. Crimson Nova can't be normal summoned anyway, so it keeps going. Cubic Dharma to the grave, not bad. One Day of Peace, that's fine. Reborn, who cares? Unification to the grave, good. MST, Unification. Blade Garudia can't be normal summoned or set, so you just keep going. That card was not supposed to be in the deck. No wonder it seemed weird that it seemed kind of full. Vijam is possible, so yeah, you could actually bring out the Vijam. Definitely quite lucky there in our situation, because I didn't even consider this. But what you could do now is you could actually just activate the Monster Gate as well. Tribute this and keep going until you get a monster that can be summoned out in its proper conditions. So either we're getting a Summoner Monk or either we're getting a Doozer. And you know what, we have Doozer right away. So Doozer's summoned out. Look how thin our deck is now. Like, we're getting really thin here. So let's look. I think the other ones, yeah, I messed up on that part. It's my fault. Easily send off the Karma to the graveyard. And now you have to think, like, what do you actually have here that's available? Well, you have Cubic Karma in the grave now. So you could just send off something and go for your options here. So quite interesting. You can't go for the Buster Gun deal, but well, this is quite interesting because you could do quite a few things. I'm hoping for an OTK, of course, like for example MST, you just destroy one of your opponent's spells and traps. So that's nice. And we also have Called by the Grave, so any plays we would have made before, if your opponent was trying to stop him with a hand trap, your Called by the Grave would have also helped. But you know, Cubic Karma, let's activate that and let's just get our Crimson Nova right away. That's definitely really awesome already. We have not activated the Extravagance, so that is one good thing. Let's see what these cards can also get out. So we have Unification available, and we have 2 of them available, so that's quite nice. That is quite nice. We could bring out some monsters, and this is also ignoring conditions as well, summoning conditions as well. We also have Crimson Nova. We don't have Wave in the graveyard. That's kind of the one thing that I wish we had, but you know what, we have Cubic Dharma, yeah. So banish Dharma from the grave, and then you can just target any cubic monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. You know what the great thing is? We get our Blade Garudia back, and now we have 3 cubics in our hand. Show them, summon out Crimson Nova, boom, that's really awesome. If I wanted to like really flex this out to the max, I could also just go for the Unification as well. Banish these and just special summon out whichever cubic monsters I want from my hand or my deck. And you know, I have the choice of the Indiora, and we also have the choice of, well, we could go for another Doozer if we want. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't think it negates any of its effects, so we could bring out Doozer, and that would be quite insane. Let me just think about this for a sec. We have the option of also bringing out Buster Gun Deal. That is an option, but there's no purpose in us bringing out Buster Gun Deal, or even Enduria as well, you know. So the Doozer would help us get rid of the wave to the graveyard. I really love this turn. I think this definitely it's already about 5 minutes in, but this is just really fun. A lot of interactions actually happening. So this one, if you want to banish this from the graveyard and any number of cubic monsters, then you could also target face-up cards your opponent controls and just put a cubic counter. So you would be using wave to negate all of your monsters' effects as well. Definitely really nice. So for example, we're just going to banish off the 2 unifications right here. Right, get rid of these 2 unifications. We won't use wave just yet, and because we used unification to summon these guys out. And let's go for a normal summon of Vijam, because we haven't normal summoned yet. We have Vijam and we have Enduria to get rid of. So in this case, we get rid of these 2 cards and we could summon out our Blade Garudia. So if it's summoned this way, it gains 2000 attack and it can make a 2nd attack during each battle phase as well, which is very, very nice. I mean, this is a really good thing to happen actually so far. In this particular scenario, I'm going to banish off the cubic wave, and look, 1, 2, 3, 4 monsters, meaning with cubic wave, for every monster you banish from your grave as well, you get to negate up to 4 different monsters on your opponent's field, meaning they won't be able to respond to anything. So you have these guys right here. You're looking at a really good situation right now. You have Duza as well to overlay if you really wanted to. Like, your options are quite endless in this particular scenario. You could even go for links like Cerberus and Phoenix to get rid of anything that you don't want. You have Underclock Taker, by the way, so you go for that, use it on Crimson Nova to do all your stuff. Blade Garudia, I mean, it's just really good. Your options are crazy right now, with the Utopia Lightning as well to go for big attack. So let's say you do go for your, you negated all your opponent's monsters with wave. You go into your so-called Utopia Lightning, right? And you also have your Blade Garudia and your Crimson Nova. This is looking so good because with Utopia and your opponent's monsters being negated, use its effect. It's 5000, you deal a bunch of damage, and then Crimson Nova attacks into one of their monsters as well. Blade Garudia attacks twice as well, and either that's an OTK, or at the end of the turn, Crimson Nova is going to just get rid of 3000 life points from both of us. Your opponent's most likely going to lose in this turn. And keep in mind, this was all just in one turn. Really love this hand, really awesome. Turned out to be a lot longer than usual, but yeah, let's keep going. Alright, so the previous hand was really insanely good. Now we have this here as well. This is still looking really amazing. So let's go for the Foolish. Foolish will allow us to get rid of our Karma. Maybe, you know what, instead of going for that, which is specific, we'll go for the Reasoning. They're going to guess 4 most likely. I doubt they'll guess 1. So they're going to go for 4. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. That is not Kepler, that is Extravagance. Remember that, Extravagance. We've got Summoner Monks, so unfortunately those were poor meals out of the Reasoning. So pretty sad there, but we have Foolish. Foolish will get rid of Karma. Karma can then banish, allowing us to add whatever we want. So we have 1, 2, 3, and we want to add 1 more. We're easily going to add our Duza. With Duza out here, we have obviously these 3 to reveal. Reveal it, summon out the Crimson Nova. We have here Duza to normal summon. Duza will actually get rid of something. You could go for Unification. Unification will allow us to actually, instead of Unification, what do we have here? We have here Crimson Nova, that's it. So getting rid of the wave or the Dharma is not really the best choice, but getting rid of Unification is not bad as well. Unification will allow us to get rid of another Duza if we wanted to. Well, actually, no, we banish this, special summon any level 4 lower, so we have the Enduria. We have quite a few options available. Obviously, they're not going to have anything special about them, but you know what, I'm just going to go for the Duza. Duza will allow us to send our Cubic Dharma, and Cubic Dharma will then allow us to bring back our, let's see, what else can we do here? Banish Cubic Dharma, bring back our Crimson Nova, which is not too bad at all. So we're back to the 3 cards in our hand again, 3 cubics. So if we have one more, we could bring out a second Crimson Nova if we really wanted to. But let's see, what else can we do here? Could overlay with the 2 doozers, and right now we could just go for something that would allow us to maybe detach. Or we could go for a link as well. I'm thinking about a link. Tornado Dragon would be a good utility card. Like I said, I added this mostly for utility, and you know, you could just go for the Underclock Taker, Doozer, and Underclock Taker, reducing your opponent's life by huge amounts, by the way, by 3,000 obviously. And we have all of these different options here. So look at that, I actually have a Summoner Monk as well. So we could go for Summoner Monk, and let's see, Summoner Monk will ditch off this. No, that wouldn't be good, obviously. Monster Reborn, yeah, that still wouldn't work. The Monster Reborn would bring back one of our other monsters, so we could bring back, obviously, again, the Doozer. No big deal there. Doozer will then go off again, sending off more things. Send off Cubic Wave if you want to, because you could prepare to actually negate your opponent's stuff. And then from there, you could link the Doozer with the Underclock Taker, since you've already used Underclock Taker's effect. And you could go for a higher monster as well. So you could go for Deco Talker. You could just go for another link too if you want to. But in this particular scenario, I really do like the idea of, you know what's fun? Because if we could actually go for Phoenix or Cerberus, then we could discard the Unification and then utilize Unification's effect again to summon out another Doozer from the deck if we really wanted to go that far. But in this particular situation, you go for whatever you want. Trisbania, Triple Burst, whatever you feel is adequate for your particular situation. Obviously, I can't really go into all that because of the fact that you don't really know what your opponent's going to have at this situation. It could be any way, but you can see the different options available with this, and yeah, this is just really great. But I'm going to stop it from here because I'm actually getting really excited and I almost can't control myself. So let's move on to one final test stand and kick things off to a final end. Alright, 6 cards here, really interesting. Of course, we have MST to do whatever we want. You know what's interesting? We could also set these 2 and destroy our own card if we want to, just to get them so that they can activate in the grave, which definitely is really fun. We have plenty of cubics. We could easily summon out the Crimson Nova, and we could normal summon out Doozer. Doozer would get rid of our, let's see, get rid of Karma. Karma would then allow us to add Dharma. Dharma will activate, getting rid of Unification, allowing us to draw a potential card. So we're going to shuffle this up here and do a few cuts, draw a card. We have Monster Gate, really nice. Yeah, activate Monster Gate, get rid of the Doozer. No, you know what? Yeah, we'll get rid of Doozer, and we're just going to keep going. Grave, 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 Grave. Another Doozer, really nice here, summon out Doozer. Doozer will then get rid of some more resources to the grave, another wave maybe. That'd be fine. And we have here Wave to negate whatever we want. We already have 2 monsters in the grave, so it's up to you. We have Unifications, 2 of them, and that was banished ages ago. So we have these 2. Banish it. Special summon out another Doozer, or maybe even one of your Buster Gun deals. We haven't used that in a while. So we have Doozer. Doozer will get rid of another card to the graveyard, so up to you what you want to get rid of. Maybe a Cubic Dharma. Cubic Dharma will allow us to add whatever we want back to our hands. We have Blade Garudia. Blade Garudia will allow us to special summon if we remove 2 monsters, so we get rid of these 2 maybe, and that will allow us to summon out the Garudia. Garudia can attack twice because it's at 4k and does a lot of different things here. We have Cubic Wave to boost up our Crimson Nova. Just really awesome, reducing your opponent's life even more. Monsters attack even more. We have Blade Garudia here. We have Doozer for an attack, not the best, but it's still like extra stuff there. We have Dharma, which we already used to bring back something to the hand, and we have the 2 waves here as well, so we could banish off 3 different monsters here and negate your opponent's monster's effects. Go for big attack. At the end of your turn, Crimson Nova will reduce 3,000. It's really good. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this test stand video. That's pretty much it for this deck, so if you guys enjoyed it, definitely leave a thumbs up. I will be doing some test hands, so don't forget to subscribe, and that way you'll be notified when that video comes out. But also don't forget to share this video as well. And in the meantime, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.